We are studying Matthew chapter 28, verses 16 to 20. We have gone through the first step of Bible study called observation, where we're simply asking, what does the text say? We've gone through verse 16, 17, and 18. We are now in verse 19. I'm going to read the verse and pose a question that we asked. The verse says, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son, the Holy Spirit." Our question: what kind of verb is go? We talked that the word go is the Greek word peruomai. Peruomai is what's called as a participle. Participles are what's called as verbal adjectives. And what that means is that they have traits of a verb, traits of an adjective, and to a greater or lesser degree, how they're used. This participle would be classified as what's called as a circumstantial participle, which means that there are circumstances that are dependent upon the main verb. The voice is middle, as I mentioned, and this is of some debate. Some scholars agree with it, some don't. I am one who typically holds to it. So there's this whole thing called deponency. It's a Greek word, or it's something that we pulled from Latin. But it basically means passive ending words that are active. We've come to believe that the words ending in mind, that they are not active, but they are middle voice. Middle voice means that I receive some benefit from the action. This one is what's called as a nominative absolute. So if you have a participle and it precedes the main verb, it's backgrounding, or it has a lower priority, and the focus is on the main verb. So it is focused, and when this occurs, you can have some piggyback effect where that they share the attributes, they share certain attributes of the main verb. And then the nominative here, the nominative case creates the expectation that the subject of the participle will also be the subject of the main clause. So that the subject of the verb and the subject of the participle are the same person. So the ones who are called to go are also the ones who are called to make disciples. It's asking the question. There's a couple questions that can ask. It could either be asking the question when are you to make the disciples as you're going, or it could also be how. Both are applicable here. This is also some commentators and some scholars would refer to this as a contemporaneous participle, which means this: a participle which expresses an action happening within the same relative time as the main action. What this means is that the action, so it's not I'm gonna go and evangelize and then teach. They're happening very close to each other. I hope that was helpful for you to understand what this word